Bill Belichick is one of the most legendary figures in NFL history. With 6 Super Bowl wins as head coach of the New England Patriots, his legacy is cemented in football lore forever. But recently, the headlines haven't been about his coaching, they've been about his personal life. Rumors have swirled around Belichick's alleged relationship with 23-year-old former cheerleader Jordan Hudson, including claims that they're engaged. But how much of this is true, and where did these rumors come from?
It's worth noting that celebrity gossip is obviously nothing new, but when it involves a notoriously private person like Belichick, a man who built his career on saying as little as possible to the press, the sudden media frenzy becomes even more intriguing. Why now? Is there any real substance to these claims? Or is this just another case of the internet running wild with speculation? The first whispers of a connection between Belichick and Hudson appeared in early 2024, but the story really exploded in June when Glamour published a detailed timeline of their alleged relationship. According to the report, Belichick and Hudson first met in 2021 when she was a student at Bridgewater State University and he was still coaching the Patriots. But here's where things get murky. Some sources claim their relationship was purely platonic, a mentorship between a young athlete and a football legend. Others, however, have suggested it was romantic. The Daily Mail later added fuel to the fire by reporting that Hudson had told friends she and Belichick were engaged, a claim that neither Belichick nor Hudson had publicly confirmed. Given Belichick's notoriously private nature, it's no surprise he really doesn't tend to, pay attention to any of this other than the recent interview, which was, in my opinion, was pretty concerning. Seems like she had Belichick on the leash, but with situations like these, when there's smoke, there's fire. So with all these allegations of them getting engaged, it's just a media created illusion, but who knows if they're even telling a lie at this point. Jordan Hudson is a 23-year-old former college cheerleader and fitness enthusiast. She attended Bridgewater State, which I stated earlier, where she studied psychology and was part of the cheer squad. According to Glamour, she and Belichick connected over a shared interest in philosophy. Belichick is known for quoting Sun Tzu's The Art of War, while Hudson has posted about philosophy on her social media. But the sudden media attention has put her in an uncomfortable spotlight. There's reports that friends of Hudson claim that she was engaged to Belichick without any concrete evidence, no ring, no joint statements, no announcements. So why is this rumor taking off? You see, I'm talking like this ain't true, but if a 72-year-old got with this 23-year-old, that shit would be wild. Not saying that we ain't never seen this shit before. With Shannon Sharp recently of him wanting to date his age versus his age. But the age difference alone is enough to make this story go viral. But, obviously without direct confirmation, I'm not going to confirm this to you guys. Obviously, I think more of the internet looks at older guys as weirdos, which, I'm not saying it's right, obviously. But some people are obviously going to think it's gross. Others make jokes about Hudson being younger than Belichick as well. But beneath the memes, there's a real tension here. Society has always had a complicated relationship with age gaps. And I think that's just something that's always happened. For example, Leonardo DiCaprio is still, looking at girls in their 20s. But let's say Madonna or Cher wants to fuck someone who's 20 years old. We ain't even going to bat an eye at that shit. The reason I think we care, for starters, obviously power dynamics. A mentorship turning romantic can raise eyebrows, like the situation we have here. It's not inherently wrong, but it's worth examining, obviously. And let's be honest, fame magnifies everything. If this were your neighbor, nobody would blink an eye, maybe. If you knew him personally, right? But because it's Bill Belichick, an NFL legend, some people are looking like, holy shit, this guy's a shit. But, majority of people are like, what the hell's wrong with this dude? Like, how do you go from winning 6 chips to, dating a 23-year-old and now coaching at UNC? But why do we as humans, why do we do this? Why do we feel entitled to judge other people's lives? I'm not saying, let everyone off scot-free, right? But people's business is people's business. I understand the fame and shit, but it doesn't make it our business. And granted, if my daughter was 25 and she's trying to talk to a 70-year-old, I ain't letting that shit happen. Folks gonna die, not gonna lie. But I mean, y'all over here acting like Tom Brady ain't divorced his wife. He's probably talking to a fucking 25-year-old right now. Not that it's a fucking 70 due to 23 age difference. But y'all finna call him a legend if he pop out with a 25-year-old OF girl. Like, it ain't shit. Obviously, I think it's a conservative way to think. In the past, if your buddy from fucking 50 years ago is dating a fucking 23-year-old, you're fucking hot shit. But I think in today's day and age, we obviously claim to be woke about, these power dynamics, but also quicker to reduce relationships to transactional stereotypes. So we're over here assuming, this is for sex or for money, whatnot. But are we going to really defend vulnerable young women or just moralizing under the guise of the progress? Experts point out that, these reactions reveal deeper biases. We accept older men with younger women more easily because men's status traditionally peaks later in life, which is true for Bill Belichick. But an older woman with a younger man, that threatens the idea that a woman's value is tied to youth. It's not just about love, it's about who we think deserves love and about on what terms. And then there's the fame factor. Most age gaps, relationships exist quietly. Think of the countless couples with 10, 20, or even 30-year differences. I mean, I know a lot, man. Like, we not gonna sit right here, and you're gonna tell me that you don't know someone that is 10 years older than their husband or wife. Like, you at least know one person. I apologize for that yap session, but I think the way I'm gonna look at it, y'all can look at it differently, man. The guy's a legend. If you watch the NFL, you know that. And at the end of the day, this story says more about our fascination with celebrity than it does about Belichick or Hudson. I think Hudson's a controlling ass bitch. I don't know if y'all seen that interview, bro. That shit's fucking insane. Well, I don't think it's gonna taint him. He's just such a legendary coach. I need to stop glazing, folks. I mean, he won 6 rings, but it's not gonna be overshadowing his career. This shit ain't gonna last that long, in my opinion. We gonna see, but we're here dissecting rumors and shit. Looking into the game. But I think until there's real confirmation about that engagement shit, man, that shit's crazy, man. But till now, it's just a rumor. And yeah, she gonna keep walking Belichick around like a dog, man. I don't know what to tell you.